Mom! Zareth's writing his own title sequence. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. We're doing another big game hunting video. This is a little bit different than the other ones that I've done in the past. Big game hunting is this video series where I plan for my alternate account. We only have 2 Galactic Legends. How do we stay in Kyber 2? How do we stay on top of the meta, etc.? Trying to face some of these crazy accounts. And I recently fought a guy with 7 Galactic Legends and Malgus that he placed as his front 8 on the board, and this is how we approached it. I want to show you guys the just the short version of it. The longer version we'll be posting probably this weekend sometime, Saturday or Sunday, for your morning cartoons. But this is in the final, so the guy's pretty good. He's got 10 million GP. We only have 8.3, and it's a pretty big mismatch. Let's see how I approach it, folks. It's gonna be fun. Hit that thumbs up button, of course, if you want to support the channel for free. And let's go. We're gonna be doing this little number slideshow thing as we continue, guys. It's like a countdown, just so we can keep track of how many GLs we've taken out. So we've got Sith Eternal Emperor here, and the nice thing about taking Newt with this team, of course, is that Sith Eternal Emperor has 2 people that he's going to link right away, and those are 2 people who don't need to crit, and that is super nice. Otherwise, we might need to send in a burner or something. Now, one option to kill Sith Eternal a lot of times is going to be to hit him, just to hit him exclusively. However, with Talon here, she's going to be giving the entire team so much turn meter that you have to take her out first. And then Wat really doesn't affect us much because he's not Sith. Remember, when we take one Sith out, it completely full heals and dispels all debuffs on the rest of the Sith that are hanging out with. And the other thing to remember too, folks, is this isn't the very strongest comp. Not to demean my opponent by any stretch, but it just isn't the strongest comp. If it added Malak or Malgus or, I don't know, the Sith Triumvirate, probably would have stopped this. There's a lot of different, the higher end Sith are going to stop this pretty cold, but because they're, Wat is in there, but otherwise there's not much, frankly. Alright, now this one is one we had to research, and you guys can watch how we did that and make our decisions and try to brainstorm how to do this. This is all done live, of course, on Twitch, and we had to research this because I needed something to kill their Supreme Leader Kylo. I didn't really have a great team for that, and the Supreme Leader Kylo team, we had Starkiller that could do it, but Starkiller was also kind of like I was going to use Starkiller against this Rey team, and so how do we beat it? And we do have the Inquisition, and the idea here is to just keep Rey ability blocked as much as we can, and then if we get rid of her Inspired, then we can just take out her turn meter as well. And so I tried to do that here with Torture, but she still had Inspired on it. I wasn't sure what the order of the different turns was going to be, but apparently we tried to take down turn meter first, and that didn't work, and then we did the crit. Just got to keep critting her, keep killing people. With Eighth Brother does so much damage with his AoE. Remember, we have Relic 7 on the Inquisition because we need it for Reva shards, but I don't have great mods on this squad, to be honest, and this is just pretty crazy, folks. I knew that people had been doing it. I wasn't sure if my mod set, my Datacron set was going to work, and I figured, why not? Why don't we just try this? We need to do something. If we can free up our Starkiller to be able to try to take down Supreme Leader Kylo, then that's going to be one of the really big aspects to all of this. Supreme Leader Kylo is pretty tough to take out with off meta in the current setting because he has a good Datacron. And remember, all of this is, we're using set 6 Datacrons, right? Like a lot of these counters kind of rely on that. And all right, here's number 3, folks. This one actually doesn't rely on a Datacron. In fact, we have our hodgepodge Starkiller team, including Ben, because I don't have Rey to go with Ben. But remember what we're doing. Okay, so We want to do Force Crush here because I didn't want their First Order Stormtrooper to call Supreme Leader Kylo to assist. That wasn't really in the cards. But otherwise, now we do the puppy following. We have Vader doing his stuff, like doing his basic, and Starkiller just following like a little puppy. Okay, watch this, guys. This is that's the AoE. We have the Omicron on the AoE, and it does damage based on how many buffs are out there that it's dispelling, and so we're able to just kill two of them, the officer and and Hux, which is nice because now we can gain turn meter. Though I guess there's not a ton of turn meter to be gained because we don't have Emperor Palpatine as the leader. However, we did get our Star Destroyer of Healing, so that was nice. And now all we have to deal with is Supreme Leader Kylo. Remember, we only have Relic 5 on Starkiller, so he's not doing that much damage. Well, not as much as he probably could be or should be doing. Alright, next we have Jabba. And so I have my Qui-Gon team on defense, and that made this really problematic. Remember, this is set 6, so Cat is able to just one-shot Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum's not coming back because she denies revives with this hit. But we don't have Snips, we don't have General Kenobi, and so instead we've got their far worse versions here in the form of a Relic 5 Mace and a Relic, I don't know if she's 5 or 7, Shock T. She's whatever I'm required to have her at. Probably 7. So make a quick detour and hit Embo with Mace just to weaken him a bit. And now we really want to take out Boosh. This would have been a lot harder if there was a Retribution Boosh here, or Retribution team. Gosh, look at Kenobi just missing like that. Mega whiff. That's embarrassing, bud. Okay, and Mace is gone now. Oh, I tried to call Cat for an assist, but she still has the thermal thing on her, whatever it's called. And dear lord, this gets pretty tense, folks. Jabba's about to get his ult. Really need to take some stuff out before Cat probably just gets rancored. And you can see the utter rancor that Jabba has for us and kills Cat, which is like, man, okay, we're gonna have to figure something out because we've got to clean up Jabba, but we can't really spare that many teams. And like bounty hunters or troopers are going to be needed probably to be able to take down that Malgus team, and I just wasn't sure. So let's hit auto and see what we can do here. And one thing that chat suggested, and I was trying to do this until I hit auto because we didn't want to time out, was you target Kenobi with a lot of things so that we can boost his mastery so that he's doing a lot of damage. And we want to keep healing immunity on Jabba, and the AI just doesn't do a great job of that necessarily. It just, you know, but we're getting close. In fact, we're getting so close, and it's like, man, can we just keep healing immunity on Jabba, please? Please do it. And it turns out we can. Barely enough time, but we got it. Alright, now we've got Lord Vader we've got to take out, and this is a comp that we can, in fact, take Lord Vader out. If they had a set 6 Kron on here and made Vader his weakest, we would probably have some serious issues. We might be able to do something with Iden, might be able to make it work, but Lord Vader, without, like, it has a pretty good, it has the set 5 Kron where you get the bonus protection every time you use a dot. However, that doesn't really stand here because he doesn't take a turn, because I have the set 6 Datacron that boosts my turn meter so that I can go before him, gets the whole team going before him. Now, Jedi Master Kenobi is here, and this is the best version of Kenobi with, you know, with the Padme, with Cat, and everyone's got Relic 8 or higher, or I guess Snips is 6. But it's pretty scary comp, folks. This is the only version I kind of like better than this of Kenobi is the one with Anakin, Jedi Knight Anakin. Now, one thing that I recently switched to doing is targeting Snips first here because she's significantly weaker than Cat in almost every circumstance. And all you need to do, you need to trigger Savior, which we just did, and then you take her out, and then you have this period of awkwardness because you need to kill Cat pretty soon after this. But, you know, as long as you triggered Savior and everything, and he hasn't taken a turn. Kenobi hasn't taken a turn. Well, sorry, he hasn't popped his ult yet. So I'm like, man, we might just be able to take out Kenobi here, and not so much. He popped the ult, and we're about to pop ours. However, once we get that to happen, then yeah, just every time you can increase Kenobi's cooldowns, folks. It's a pretty nice deal, pretty big deal. I don't know how nice it is. It's very nice, getting very nice. Okay, finally we can mark Cat. We got our ult anyway, so we can just target Cat whenever we want. And poor team, man. They just couldn't focus. They just had ADHD. Couldn't focus on my Grandmaster Yoda. Of course, even if they had, we could revive him with Jolie. This is the exact comp that you want to use for this particular counter. And I know that we're mostly discussing off-meta stuff, but this is a pretty important one because Kenobi doesn't have that many off-meta counters still. There are very few teams that can take him out. Like Sith Eternal will do it, and obviously Jedi Master Luke. Jedi Master Luke's a pretty cheap one to be able to use, in fact. You can use, sometimes you can use Maul to take this out as well, which is maybe what we would have tried to do. My Maul team might have been able to handle it, but the relics on this team convinced me that maybe I should just try my Jedi. I mean, they're only relic, I guess, what? Jedi Knight Luke is the relic 5 or something. There's 7, and then the rest are 5. Jedi Master Luke being 9. Okay, we've got Maul here, and this is our final Galactic Legend, folks, if you can believe it. We're already here. We're already here. And then we have to take out Malgus as well. But the idea here is we need to take out Jedi Revan as quick as we can. We also need to increase his cooldowns. We can't have him doing shenanigans. So we use our one free target on him. We have expose on him, and actually just took him out here. We probably could have still taken him out over time. There's a few different things we could have done. However, this is also with the Canderous Kron. People made comments during while I was live. They were doing this fight. They're like, man, the Canderous Kron is insane, and it is. Like, you can see the armor shred on everyone. That's a big deal, because look at Jango's modded for health, actually, like just pure health, no extra damage, but he's doing extra damage because of that armor shred. I will say this though, folks, that this counter works even without. Now, I decided to take out Hermit Yoda out of spite. This is something I do on my channel sometimes. Sometimes we just take out those extraneous characters just because we want to, just because it's fun. Because why shouldn't we take out Hermit Yoda? It's enjoyable. I don't know if it's kind of messed up that I think it's enjoyable. It's probably not okay. However, alright, we got through them all. Now, Malgus, ironically, is the one we have to send in a burner on. We're out of really great teams here, and my bounty hunters aren't quite fast enough, so we're sending in a burner. We're getting rid of all of their best abilities here. And there it is. Alright, so now they can't do fear on us. Mass fear is the thing that's really rough. So, alright, they did all their kind of basic moves, and now we have to get our contract. We're under aura lead, so everyone is buffed. Now that Bosk did his taunt. So if we call him Mass Assist now, then Bosk will get his Frenzy triggered, which now he gets another turn. We're at 50% contract. Call everyone to assist, and now we've got contract. Now Mando needs to go real soon so that he can snipe out Malgus. Once we take out Malgus, the rest of this, we're probably not going to be able to finish the rest of these Sith. They're all still under Malgus lead, and they're all just, they're high relic. Well, I mean, she's not super high relic. I feel like Darth Revan was relic 7 though. So, I mean, we're not going to be able to win this fight. We may as well flail at them a bit. Let them have their sport. But now hopefully they don't have a leadership. Hopefully now we can clean this up. So we're using Dash here with Bam and IG and Queel. And Dash can do his AoE, taking people out. Let's get Dash. I mean, Dash would have been revived from Vander Chewie. They don't have... Remember, this isn't Darth Revan leads. There's no death mark here. And now the question is, can we take out Malgus? And so we go into poop stance for Bam and try to... Okay, we got shock on him, which is nice. So that means he's not going to heal, at least. Try to get some turn meter on people, and that actually ended up being enough to take him out. And that was it, folks. That's how we did it. That's how we took out 7 Galactic Legends plus Malgus on my alt. Remember, we still have General Skywalker on defense. We have CLS team on defense. Not you know, a Malgus team on defense with Darth Revan, a Qui-Gon Jinn team that really screwed up our Jedi Master Kenobi team. Like there's a decent amount of defense. It's not totally paper. We have Traya with her Omicron and Savage with his Omicron on defense. Like, not totally paper, but I mean, obviously not the strongest either, because we don't possess the ability to set a really crazy defense because we only have 2 GLs. That being said, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zereth prevails.